Feeling burnt out, overwhelmed, exhausted, and unmotivated? Hear me clearly. What you're feeling is not a motivation problem. It is revealing a capacity problem. You know the feeling. You're overwhelmed, exhausted, stretched thin, showing up for everyone else. But when it comes to yourself, you feel empty. You're productive at work or in business. You execute, you have energy, you have excitement. But when it comes to your family, they get the leftovers and you just feel depleted. You wake up tired, you go to bed drained, and somewhere along the way, you stopped enjoying life altogether. I know the feeling all too well because I've been there. Scrolling through motivational videos, being inspired for about an hour, but then crashing when life starts pushing back again against me. The smallest inconvenience or mishap would knock everything over and blow everything up. And I remember feeling and thinking to myself, I hate it here. Here's the reality. Motivation wasn't the issue. The issue was capacity. I was overextended spiritually, mentally, and physically. I was overcompensating in areas and I was unwilling to pull back and dial back to address my needs to be able to better show up and not just give my all at the beginning of the day and leave myself depleted at the end of the day for myself and for my family. The reality is motivation isn't the problem. When you try to overcompensate spiritually, mentally, and physically, you leave yourself burnt out because you're trying to push and do for everyone else, yet you have not stewarded the things that allow you to be your best fit self, to be able to show up and have endurance, not just for the job, not just for everyone else, but for yourself and for your family. You have to understand, imbalance leads to burnout. You have to make sure that you're taking care of you spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and in every way that allows you to be your best self, to be able to show up in excellence in the areas God has called you to. So let me break it down to you. The reality is burnout starts at the root. There's a misalignment you have with God. If He's truly Lord, why are we walking around as if everything depends on us? Let me make it personal. Why are you walking around as if everything depends on you? Trying to carry everything in your own strength will leave you depleted. Bring yourself back into the reality of who is truly Lord. You see, realignment starts with intimacy. Letting Him identify what your priorities are, letting Him be the one that actually define what really matters in this season, and you coming to the place where you're actually able to say no with the help of the Holy Spirit and guidance of the Holy Spirit. Once we deal with the spiritual, we have to address the mental. Constant output without processing leads to overload. So mentally, you have to give yourself the opportunity to process and mentally download, decode, organize, and reframe what it is that's happening in your life. But if you keep pushing, you're going to lead to burnout. Your mind needs time and space to think, discard, clear, and reprioritize. Your mental capacity begins to grow when you give yourself the opportunity to stop running and to actually start recalibrating. So once you've addressed the spiritual capacity and then the mental capacity, yes, we're definitely going to hit physical capacity. Your body is not separate from the burnout you're experiencing. Poor nutrition affects mood and energy. Dehydration affects focus. Lack of sleep destroys recovery. Inactivity reduces stress tolerance. Science is clear. Resistance training improves stress resilience. Proper fueling stabilizes your energy and your mood. But sleep deprivation increases emotional vitality and fatigue. Here's the point. You can't neglect your body, spiritually, mentally, or physically, and expect your life to feel strong. But I have great news for you. This is fixable. Burnout doesn't mean you're broken. It means that something is out of alignment, and I want to help. If you're ready to reset, realign, and rebuild capacity, let's start with you completing the capacity alignment check, link below. It's time to get realigned and expand your capacity spiritually, mentally, and physically. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a capacity problem. So let's get to work.